Yeah, I'd like to say, first of all, a big thank you, a big, huge thank you to the University of Arizona. One, for a moment of silence for we lost our commissioner, Mike Slive, the Southeastern Conference. He was retired, he passed away. And, I'd like to thank the NCAA and the University of Arizona for allowing us to have that moment of silence to represent him. I'd also like to thank the University of Arizona softball and game events and game ops and grounds crew and athletic trainers. This is a top notch. You can tell you've hosted for a million times. It's a well-oiled machine. And everybody from Susie to Brittany to the John, I mean, Dusty, everybody was extremely hospitable, and I'm very appreciative of that. That was a great game today. Um, you know, Arizona got upset on their field last year, and to go to the World Series, and you know, you got to know they didn't want that to happen again. You got to know that they wanted to defend their turf, and you know, Taylor came in and just shut the door. She was in command. I think she threw about 20 balls, and that's it. And she was pumping the zone and in command, and just tip your hat, man. They played a great game, and I hope the best for them in the rest of the road.
What do you see with her where when you watch film on Taylor before you had to face her, she was susceptible to giving up a few runs last year during the tournament, and this year she goes 19 2/3 scoreless. Is there a difference you saw with her?
I think sometimes, and I don't know her, it's hard to speak, but I do. But sometimes when a pitcher knows she's the one that has to get it done, there's no help, so there's no Danielle O'Toole, then they grab the ball and they do it because there's no, I'm the man. So that's just what it looked like to me today. And this year she was just a little bit stronger that way because she knew she was the one with the ball. She knew she had to get it done, or there was going to be not as much help behind her, where you had O'Toole last year.
You guys have been running on emotion for so long this season. Now that you've kind of at the end, any reflections or thoughts on the year and how it went for you and what it meant to you?
The season was incredible. It has been very emotional. We've had a lot of off the field family issues, and along the way, all our kids they were just so tough through every bit of it. We set the school record for shutouts in a year with 19. Holly threw the 19th one against Texas A&M in the SEC tournament last week. Mia just set the single season home run record at 19, and we also set the home run record in a season at 55. We also made it to championship day for the first time since 2005. We also won a game in the SEC tournament for the first time since 2008. Our kids just, it's an emotional time. We're all going to need about 5 minutes or 5 days or so to come down off of that emotion, and we all pour ourselves into each other. And when you have some other things that are a little bit distracting off the field, and then you're still able to see these kids do what they did on the field. All of our seniors saved their best season for their last. All of them. We had 7 or 6, 7 a manager, and she saved her best season for last too. She's awesome. I begged her to stay, but they all 6 of them saved their best playing seasons for last, and they were awesome on the field, and they were leaders off the field, and the emotional, it'll take a minute, I think.
How did the season change how you handle things and handle this team?
Well, I've always tried to, my number one rule, or I guess my mantra is the main thing. And the main things to me are my people, which are the people that serve softball, and graduating my student athletes and winning softball games. So I would like to think that I have always coached that way, with them as people in mind first. Um, but, when I went to college, no teammate of mine was gravely ill. Nobody on my team had cancer as a teammate. Nobody on my team had lost their parents while college aged, being in college. Nobody's parents were sick, maybe their grandparents. And it just seems like it's getting more and more and more a thing. And we have a kid on our team with no parents. We have a kid on our team whose mother died when she was a sophomore. We have a kid on our team whose mother is head to toe with cancer. We have a kid on our team who is head to toe with cancer. Um, I would like to think that I handled them just like they would want me to handle them, and as people first. Maybe you can ask them how I did, but it is something that you're constantly in the front of your mind, make concerned about on a daily basis. How is X player, and how are her friends? How are her support system? Because the support system usually feels it the most. And so there's a lot of worry off the field on my part. I'd like to think I handled it well. That'll be something we'll have to reflect on over the year, the summer. We always look back and say, what could we have done better? And that'll be something that I review. But it was, I'd like to think I handled it okay, but, do you really know? It was a tough, these kids are incredible. I mean, I would go anywhere with any of them. They're incredible. And there was no doubt in their mind they were going to win 2 games today.
What is your time at Mississippi State?
Incredible. I mean, this team and the university, these coaches, I mean, they mean everything to me. And, I mean, I can't really talk about it, but it's just been awesome.
How'd you feel after the workload this weekend? How'd you feel today?
I felt good. I really didn't throw that many pitches in the past 2 days compared to maybe a typical SEC weekend. So I felt good. Yeah.
Mia, thoughts on your freshman season?
You can't really complain about it. I mean, the team, we worked our butts off throughout the whole season. We left everything on the field, so I can't really complain.
Molly, what kind of different pitches did you see when McQuillan came in? How was she different?
Are you asking me or Holly?
Yeah.
Holly.
I mean, really, I was just in the dugout, focused on us. I wasn't really paying attention to what Arizona was doing. I was focused on our team and how I was going to go out there and set up the defense and the team to win.
How about you, Mia?
Like we said when our hitting, we just take one pitch at a time and adjust when we need to. And maybe we didn't adjust fast enough, or we hit her solid just right to people. We just gotta go out there and do our best, and you just gotta see the scoreboard at the end. And if it doesn't satisfy you, then you can't really do nothing about it.
What was it like for you to start the game off with that?
It was pretty great. It set a good momentum for all of us. Then Sarai came in behind me and jacked one. I think it hasn't even landed yet, to be honest. But I think it just pumps the team up, and we kept great energy all game. It just so happened they had it at the end.
What's your kind of goal moving forward now? You're only a freshman, but obviously a really good player.
Just to get ready for next year, be stronger, and let's go at them and get back here again and see what happens.
Coach Vann, what is it? I'm not sure if you realize this or not, but they're going to completely renovate this facility after this series is over, or after the playoffs is over. What does it mean to you to have your team take part in what likely is going to be the last regional to happen, at least in the original Reed Hillenbrand complex?
Well, we sort of talked about the historical value of playing at Arizona at the beginning, and I was kind of thankful this group, this era of student athlete has grown up with a lot of parity across the country. However, for me, playing against, I've never coached against Mike Candrea as a head coach. You know, wow. And the first meeting, I walked into the room at the organizational meeting, and the chair opened. I was supposed to sit next to him, and I thought, oh God, I can't sit next to him. You know, I sat down, he introduced himself, and I was supposed to go next, and I said, I can't follow that. And, you know, the historical value of playing their last game, you know, it's like, I won't say the Yankees out here, I'll probably get in trouble, but, you know, it's like closing their stadium. It's like finishing the year, closing out their stadium. We're a small part of big history. And it's very cool. I would have liked to have won, but it definitely has a significant meaning.